Do you think people pleasing is just about being nice? What if I told you it is a subtle form of manipulation? In today's video, we are diving deep into the hidden aspects of people pleasing and how it is not as innocent as it seems. Welcome to Wiser with Akshata. I'm your host Akshata, and let's get right into the video. So, first of all, what is even people pleasing? People pleasing is putting others' need before your own needs to seek approval and avoid conflicts. For example, if you always say yes and suppress your feelings because you fear rejection. Now, let's go back to our evolutionary history. Being a people pleaser was used as a survival mechanism because if you were not liked by your sapient bands, you would not be accepted in that group. And if you were not being accepted in that group, well, you'll be eaten by a lion or a bear. So, being a people pleaser provided safety, protection, acceptance, resources, and mating opportunities. Now, let's look at people pleasing through a psychological perspective. People pleasing is stemmed into our childhood experiences. If you had to constantly do stuff to earn and seek approval and love from your caregivers, or if you were raised in a high conflict environment where you had to do stuff to keep the peace and avoid conflicts, that may have made you highly agreeable. The self worth of a people pleaser is dependent upon external validation, and they use that external validation as a coping mechanism. And this is how people pleasers unconsciously manipulate the situations to avoid discomfort. Now, in this point of the video, I would like to mention that we need to have empathy for people pleasers. I used to be a people pleaser and it is really hard, and I have empathy for all the people pleasers out there, and this video is to educate them and empower them and get out of this cycle of people pleasing. Please do not use this video to bash anyone for their people pleasing tendencies, because this is not what this video is aimed for. Now, how people pleasing becomes manipulative. Firstly, what is manipulation? Manipulation is the attempt to control someone else's behavior and thought processes to their own advantage. And I said people pleasing is manipulative because it has an unconscious motive to control how other people perceive us. Now, the intention of people pleasing is not to harm others but to protect oneself. But it is still manipulative because the goal is to receive validation and avoid conflict and not genuine care. For example, your neighbor asks you to watch their dog and you don't want to do that. It's a different scenario if you want to do that, but you don't want to do that in this scenario, and still you're like, yes, I'll watch your dog. Yes, let me watch your dog. But from inside, you're like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I think I'm getting too comfortable on YouTube. Now, why do you say yes? You say it because you want to be liked and you want to avoid conflict. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, a harmful behavior. Why is it a harmful behavior? You're just being nice. No, that is not how it works. This behavior is harmful because, first of all, you start to build resentment for other people for giving you that task and yourself because you couldn't stand up for yourself. Secondly, you get exhausted. Thirdly, you get frustrated. And fourthly, you lose the sense of yourself because with everything you are like, yes, yes, yes. Then, if you always say yes to everything, then who are you? Tell me, who are you? You don't have your own interests, you don't have your own opinions, you are just yes, yes, yes with everything. If you don't like this video, comment down below, I don't like this video. I'm a people pleaser and I'm telling you I don't like this video. Tell that to me. Yeah, I'll be proud of you if you do that, because at least you have an opinion. And if you genuinely like this video, then tell me you like this video. No need to spread hate over internet. People pleasing also affects your relationships because you have a lack of authenticity, because you don't know who you are, and you have unspoken emotional debts. If you don't want to do something, but people are like, can you do it? And you're like, yes, yes. And maybe you are smiling in front of them, but there is an unspoken emotional debt because you are building resentment. Now, let's go to the final part of this video, which is how to break the cycle of people pleasing, because you deserve it. Firstly, set boundaries. So, let me give my own example. I consider myself a very hygienic person and I like to eat homemade food. So, when I go to college, I take my own tiffin box and I always wash my hands before eating because that is how you eat Indian food. Now, there are certain people who will grab your food without washing their hands. I don't care if you don't wash your hands before eating, but if you wanna eat from my tiffin, then you gotta wash your hands. The people pleaser version of me used to be like, yeah, take it. Yeah, you wanna eat my tiffin without washing your hands? Take it. I'll stay hungry for you. But I don't do that anymore. If someone tried to put their hand in my lunchbox, I'm like, did you wash your hands? And they're like, no. I'm like, I say, if you wanna have lunch with me, please wash your hands. Notice how I did not disrespect anyone. I just set my boundaries, set my expectations before making anyone feel bad. Now, if I put boundaries and it makes other people feel bad, then that is not my responsibility because I am being respectful. You don't have to disrespect anyone. The first time I tried to set this boundary, I was like, will I do it? But I did. Start saying no to the things that you don't like. The second step is to build self awareness. Start journaling. When was the first time in my life that I had to people please? Why do I need to fight for other people's approval? How can I be safe to be myself? And of course, you can go to therapy, that will help a lot, and you can read books about boundaries and self worth. Number three is build self worth. Know that your value isn't dependent upon external validation. Even if you say no, they will not die. They will not die. If you say that you don't like something, people are not gonna die. Nothing's going to happen. It is really scary. I know. I know it is really scary. But once you start doing it, you get the hang of it. You're not doing anything wrong to protect yourself. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. If you like this video, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe and bell button. And I will see you later in the next video. Will you see me? I will see you. You will see me. It will be a good time. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. I love you. You're loved. Build your self worth, okay? You don't need to people please. Bye.